Many people think that Noah's Ark is a myth and that the flood never happened and that the world could not possibly have been flooded by water, globally speaking. And let me say, I could provide hundreds of examples of why we know for a fact that Noah's flood actually did happen and that it is a legitimate fact of the past. It is a part of our geological history on the earth. But in this video, I just want to give one solid example, and I'm going to just show you one picture that proves beyond any shadow of doubt that Noah's flood actually did take place. So here's the picture. Notice that you have a tree that connects millions of years of geological strata, and at the very bottom, notice the coal seam that is formed. And also, if you look up at the top, there's a coal seam there as well. There are thousands of examples of these trees that go through many layers of strata, and they prove beyond any shadow of doubt that there was a global flood. Now, Darwinists, in response to this, since they do not want to believe in Noah and the ark and Noah's flood, they have chosen to state that local floods could have caused these trees to get placed in these different positions. But I'm going to tell you why that's false. Because even by this one example, just this one photo, you can notice there's a coal seam at the top, coal seam at the bottom, strata in between. The strata itself supposedly takes millions of years to form, but even if we granted that it was a local event that caused just a bunch of strata to get laid down, why do you have a coal seam at the bottom and why do you have a coal seam at the top when coal seams themselves take millions of years, according to Darwinism, to form? So it would take millions of years at the root of the tree, at the base of the tree here, for coal to slowly get formed. And then over time, you'd have to have enough strata built up, and then millions of years of time up here for the coal to finish forming its second seam. The tree would have decayed at that point. And this is just one example. This is just one photo. Before I go any further, would you mind hitting the like button? If you've made it this far into the video and you hit the like button, it does help the algorithm on YouTube to grab this video, push it out to more people, etc. And so I want this information to get out there to the masses. And the best way to do that is by beating the algorithm. And so if you can do that for me, that would be great. And that will help a lot of people to see the light of day on these issues. All right, so not only do we find fossils like the one that I mentioned in the photo, we actually find upside down trees that go through many layers of geological strata. And this totally refutes the notion that there was no global flood, because how does a tree end up upside down in millions of years, supposedly, of geology? It is impossible. There had to have been a global flood. And the way that these trees got there, I'll just explain to you real fast, is by being ripped out by Noah's flood. They floated around for some time, became waterlogged, and then turned upside down, sunk into silt that was still soft, layers of silt that eventually formed into sedimentary rock. And that's why the tree is preserved, these layers are all preserved. The tree didn't have enough time to decay. It was covered rapidly by sediment while it was upside down. If you're an evolutionist and you've come across this video and you disbelieve in the Bible, let me say there is legitimate reasons to put your faith in the Word of God and to accept the Bible as being true.